chronic fat girl. And if you don't know who I am a nobody on Instagram who started posting a few years ago my really big salads when I was a part of a medical study that was for people looking to lose weight. Now, I want to properly introduce myself, so I guess I'll give you a little bit of my lore, but feel free to skip this if you don't really care about all that, because sometimes I know people be talking too much. I'll try not to do that. My lore is that I have been overweight pretty much all my life. I was a chubby kid, I was a chubby teenager, I was a chubby college kid, and I've been a fat adult. It was cute when I was young, but it has not been cute as I get older and older and older. Many years ago, I got in a car accident and found out that I had a herniated disc, and I did nothing about it. I thought, I'm young and I'll bounce back and it's no big deal. But over the years, it started to really affect me more, and I couldn't do the things that I like to do, and I put on more weight than I was comfortable with. At my highest weight, I was 281 pounds. When that happened, they told me, oh, your problem is that you have a herniated disc in your neck and back, and you just need to use weight. Duh. I know that I need to lose weight, but doctors always say that without even giving you anything real to go on. So I had tried lots of other diets growing up, and my mom had me on so many diets as a kid. You name it, I tried it, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just big boned. That's what they used to like to say. But anyway, I got told that I need to lose weight, and I was at my wit's end because I've tried every single thing that I can think of. And I'm not one of those people who eats out all the time. I don't eat fast food or anything like that. I'm notoriously lazy, I will say that, so I don't think that helped. But I decided that I was going to finally bite the bullet and go get weight loss surgery. I had been approved for it, and right before I was supposed to go, I got contacted by a medical study that asked me if I wanted to try to lose weight naturally through keto. And I thought, sure, what the hell, what's one more thing? Like, the weight loss surgery isn't going anywhere, and I wasn't really keen on the idea of being cut up and then having to eat such a small amount of food, because a lot of the work I do is actually around food. So I decided to join the medical study in 2020. At the end of 2019, I gave up alcohol because I thought, I just want to see if I can go for a year without alcohol. I had the worst timing ever, and all of my friends were like, you must feel like you need to drink during 2020. But I actually didn't. I have now been 5 years sober, and I don't miss it. I don't miss alcohol. It was just an experiment to see if I could go without it, and the resounding answer is yes, that I can, and I actually prefer it. And I think that's part of like the inflammation that I've always felt in my body, is because I've been a drinker since I was 21. So I joined the medical study not too long after and immediately started doing keto. And at first I thought, oh, this is just Atkins. This is just fancy Atkins. But it wasn't. I really dug in and I really grinded, and I started to see results almost immediately. Within the first month, I felt better and I had lost weight, but not a lot. But I wanted to keep going. So I remained in the medical study for 4.5 years, and over the 4 years, I lost 75 pounds. I gained 10 pounds back, and now I've gained, 20 pounds back. But that's because I kind of stopped doing keto. So I coupled keto with a really big salad, and I would just eat a really big salad with OMAD, which is one meal a day. And I probably was getting 12 to 1400 calories a day, maybe less than that, because I was only eating once a day for 1 hour a day. And I did that for 3 or 4 years. I reversed all of my ailments, all of my medical ailments, my high blood pressure, my diabetes, my inflammation. I actually ran 5Ks in a 1 year period when I started doing keto a couple of years ago. I've also completed an 8K, and honestly, none of that would have happened without keto. None of that would have happened without the medical study. And so I am forever grateful for keto. I also believe that I am not a person who should probably have carbs. I haven't really had a slice of pizza in 5 years. I've had some potato chips here and there, but for the most part, I don't have any rice. I don't eat any potatoes. I don't eat any sugar or chips or anything like that. And I'm still active. I still work out. I'm not in races this year, but I still maintained my weight. And only in the last year and a half has it started to creep slowly back up, despite my best efforts to keep things as they've been. Now, I've opened my eating window a little bit more from 1 hour to 4 hours to 6 hours. And that has a little bit to do with it. But overall, I just feel like I've hit a plateau. And I even gave up my medical cannabis, which is part of my name, Chronic Fat Girl. I love cannabis. I use it medically for anxiety and for inflammation and for insomnia. And I actually gave that up a year ago to try and see if maybe my snacking from the cannabis use was making me gain weight. Still didn't see any results. And so I went from 281 pounds all the way at my lowest to 201. I dipped into 199 in that wonderful wonderland for about a week, but I couldn't maintain that. And so even though 201 was very hard for me to maintain, I got too excited, I think, and I started to ease up just a little bit on the regimen that I had, and all hell broke loose. So I have now officially lost 55 pounds naturally. And I just feel like I need something more. I suffer from PCOS and I have high blood pressure. And as I mentioned, I have diabetes and it's been controlled for many years, but it's starting to creep back up. All of the issues that I complained about before are starting to creep back in, and I'm not really happy about it. So I visited my endocrinologist, and even though I was offered this a decade ago, she suggested a GLP-1. Now, I know it's the popular thing to do right now. And for me, it's been an internal struggle because I really had it in my mind 5 years ago that I was going to lose 100 pounds naturally. That's it. I was just going to do it naturally. I wasn't going to use weight loss surgery. I wasn't going to do anything else. I was just going to put in the blood, sweat, and tears to do it, which I believe I have. I'm very proud of the work I did do. And at one point, I was able to lose 75 pounds naturally. But I've hit a brick wall. And day in and day out, I am getting 1 hour to an hour and a half of working out in. I'm getting my 10,000 steps in. I haven't had a drop of alcohol. I don't eat fast food. I don't eat pasta or pizza or rice or anything like that. I don't even do any of the fun things I want to do. And occasionally I'll have some keto chocolate. But for the most part, I'm pretty dedicated. And I'm still eating my salads. I'm still eating a really big salad. I'm still eating in a 4-hour window. And nothing seems to work. And I'll be honest with you guys, it's demoralizing. And it's really frustrating because I feel like I'm putting in the work, but I'm not seeing the results. So I have decided, fuck it. What do I have to lose? I have tried everything else and nothing has worked. And maybe that's as far as I can go without the assistance of something like a GLP-1. Now, for someone who has diabetes and does have PCOS, I've heard that this could be a real game changer for me. And I am as equally excited as I am anxious and nervous because I avoided the surgery because I don't really like invasive things. I don't really like the idea of being cut open. I don't really like the idea of altering, my natural state. And this will absolutely do that. But from all my reading, I've spent the last year reading about this and poring over it and agonizing it. And yesterday, my doctor finally gave me the GLP-1. She said, "Are you ready?" Because the last time I spoke to her, she said, if you can lose 10 pounds in the next 3 months, then I'll consider you back on track and we won't talk about GLP-1s again. And surprise, surprise, I did not do that despite my best efforts. So here I am, I'm on the GLP-1 train and I'm nervous. I have no idea what to expect. I've never been a skinny person in my life. I've never been under 180 pounds for, I don't know, maybe since high school. And so I'm not really sure what to expect, but I do know that my original goal of getting down to 100 pounds lost from 281 would be 181. And as of yesterday at the endocrinologist's office, I weigh a whopping 231 pounds. I've creeped back up, and it's really disappointing for me to see. So that sounds like I have 50 pounds to lose. But for someone who is my age, I am 41, who is my height, I am not even 5 feet tall, I am 4'10. I should be weighing somewhere around 125 or 140 pounds. So I don't really know if that's going to be possible. I don't really know what that's going to look like. I don't really know what this journey is going to do or take me, but I hope that you guys are here to join me. I'm doing my channel this way because I am an avid podcaster. I have been featured on many podcasts, and I don't really love the idea of AI and YouTube and all of these fucking social medias having my image. It's not even an embarrassment thing. Like, trust, I'm cute. But I don't know. I don't want AI taking my face. And I don't know. This is just what I'm comfortable with. I'm going to share pictures as I go along. I'm going to share videos. I also have an Instagram account, which maybe I'll share, maybe I won't. It's not popular. Like I said, I'm a nobody on Instagram with my personal accounts. I don't really love social media because I work in social media for work, so I try to avoid it like the plague. But I'm here because I feel like there are going to be some other people who need to know that they're not alone in starting this journey. And yeah, it's really fucking scary, but what's even scarier and what's even harder is continuing to live the way that we have been living. And that's really what it's come down to me. I had to really sit and think, is it going to be harder to keep living with the realities of being overweight and what that's doing to my body, the stress it's putting on my joints, the inflammation, the high blood pressure, the strain it's putting on my organs? Is that worth it? Or is this worth it? And so I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to try and give it a try for 6 months. I'm going to see where I'm at in 6 months. And this is like the worst possible time at all for me to start it because I have also recently lost my job. So my insurance is going to run out soon-ish. And then, yeah, I don't know what your girl's going to do, but we'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. So I hope that you're with me on this journey. And if you yourself have been on a GLP-1 or you know someone who has been on a GLP-1, please feel free to leave in the comments and let me know your experience. I've done a lot of research, and I just love anecdotal evidence because I feel like it's easier to understand and hear what people are saying when it's coming from someone and not an article and not a study. So I'd love to hear your experience with it. But otherwise, guys, I will check back in. I will check back in. And yeah, I'll let you know what I'm going to do because I'm still not even sure I'm starting it. Like, literally, I don't even know if I'm going to start it today or not. But I just wanted to get this out of my system, and I wanted to try to talk it out. So I guess we will see what happens tonight, because I didn't start it yesterday, and I had thought, I'll start it this morning. And then this morning I thought, no, I'll think about it a little bit more. So at a certain point, I'm going to need to, as they say, shit or get off of the GLP pot. So I'll talk to you guys soon, and remember, stay elevated.